As I said, this issue with the Labor backbencher Danielle Green, I've got mixed feelings about it, but it's a matter of fairness and seen to be being fair. She does, according to the Age, according to Hansard, 5:23 on the 5th of August, she's at Parliament, and then she's at Warrnambool by 8 o'clock that night, fleeing the city because of lockdown. Wendy Lovell is Liberal MP for Northern Victoria Region, which is the same area covered by Danielle Green's electorate of Yan Yean. Wendy Lovell, good morning.
Good morning, Neil.
What's your view?
Well, firstly, can I say congratulations to Maddie and Max? What a great story to come out of lockdown. That's brightened my day. But I think there's still a number of issues that need to be addressed here. And the first is why it's taken an inquiry from a newspaper for the government to release a statement that Danielle was taking leave. Everyone is entitled to take leave. Many of us have struggled with lots of personal issues during the lockdown, but her constituents had the right to know who they should contact for assistance. And yet it wasn't until after the newspaper made the inquiries that the government issued a statement saying that Jacqueline Symes would be filling in for Danielle in her absence. So that's the first issue. It's about her constituents and their rights.
Sorry, if I just interrupt quickly, and I'll just come back to you in a moment. Just heard the cases, 57 new cases, 54 linked to known outbreaks. We're getting more detail when we go back to it. 57 new cases as predicted, 54 linked to new outbreaks. I'm sorry, so what do you think should happen here?
Well, if an MP goes on leave, that's fine, but they should make a statement to their constituents as to who is representing them. But also, we need to know from the government why there was one rule for government MPs and one rule for the general public. The Premier did say on that day, go home and stay home. Ms Green's primary residence, she says, is in her electorate, so that means that she should be in the city of Whittlesea or that area where she represents.
Isn't she entitled? In previous times, she's been entitled, or anybody's been entitled, to go to a holiday house and stay there. That's not the case now, isn't it?
The Premier has very clear in most of his press conference saying that this is not a chance to flee to your holiday homes in regional Victoria. The other issue is that when you do go to regional Victoria as a metropolitan person, if you go for legitimate reasons like work, you take your restrictions with you. Yet only last week, on the 9th of August, she was on the Mount Hotham website asking for accommodation at Mount Hotham last weekend. She wasn't entitled to do that as a metropolitan resident to actually go to Mount Hotham and stay in their accommodation. So she's trying to break a whole range of rules here.
So what should happen? What should happen here?
With her for illnesses. Well, I think the Premier needs to actually come clean with the people of Victoria as to why there is one set of rules for Danielle Green and one set of rules for everybody else. It's not good enough just to say after you've been sprung to say I'm taking mental health leave. She needs to come clean and tell us exactly when she went to Warrnambool, what she's been doing in Warrnambool. Has she been breaking the rules in Warrnambool as a Melbourne resident, actually out and about at coffee shops and restaurants, etc., because regional Victoria is not in lockdown.
Okay, thank you very much. Wendy Lovell, Liberal MP for North Victoria Region. As I said, I'm a bit conflicted in this. I've got sympathy for Danielle Green. If her husband is ill, if she's ill, don't know the details. It's at this, but against that, I've had many people contacting me today say, hang on, we can't do this, we can't do that, how come she can do that? And that's a fair point. That's why the Premier needs to answer to it. And maybe there is a legitimate answer, but let's get it.